Anyway, first part of the screw-up is Jane getting zapped because Serenity's bouncing around so much. So he's out cold, and Simon will have to see to him. Second part is that the Mark comes home days before he's supposed to. But we have one thing going for us. Saffron was married to him too. This lady is the Elizabeth Taylor of outer space. But this one, he never figured out that she tricked him, so he assumes that Mal found her and brought her back home, which makes this whole thing awkward. He seems so human at this moment. So it's really important to remind yourself this guy makes bioweapons so that you can say, oh yeah, a broken heart is the least that this asshole deserves. She ran off with the security programmer, Heinrich, who then wound up dead. So, one more reason to believe that she won't screw them over, huh? Mal deduces that her behavior here all points to one thing. This guy is her real husband, and she doesn't want him to think badly of her after this is over, so she's playing a game instead of conking him on the head like she would with anyone else. She pulls a gun. Hamer sees all of this, and Mal fesses up.
We're stealing your priceless Lassiter, because that's what we're doing. Don't ask me about the gun, though, because that's new.
Well, it is only courteous if someone needs to step out for a moment to fill them in on what they've missed.
Well, I appreciate your honesty. Not, a lot.
Her outrage at him shows that Mal really touched on the problem. She has complicated feelings for this husband. And how appropriate that a sociopath con artist and a mass murderer would fall in love. Her lashing out is clearly a sign that she hates herself for feeling like she does about him. She keeps saying things to hurt him because it makes him feel the same thing that she does. But that's when she finds out, he's got a ring with a feature that can be used to call the cops. And he activated it the moment that he spotted her. Oh, there goes that trust thing. Well, when the Popo shows up, that's time to try the old seduction angle again. But he sees through that. Didn't see that one coming, though. The cops let themselves in, and one tries to stop Mal, but he has no idea who he's dealing with. He's dealing with a bobblehead smuggler. They get to the shuttle and slip away and get into her deep-seated issues, but the problem is that a con artist is kind of known for being a liar. So there's no need in going into what she says here. It could just as likely as not be horseshit. Especially because she uses the situation to get Mal's gun away. She dumps him in the desert, naked, explaining that little bit at the beginning for us. Oh, and she sabotaged Serenity, so the rest of the team will not make it to the rendezvous before she does, meaning Saffron will get to the dumpster first.
It's not here! Looking for this?
Oh, Anara is loving this moment. I bet she wishes she could put it in a bottle and dab a little on each morning. All that stuff with her was part of the plan, so that Saffron would never suspect that it was Anara's job to get here before anyone else to ensure that Saffron couldn't double-cross them. So she got triple-crossed, and left in a dumpster for the cops to find. Oh yes, a nice big bottle, so there could be an extra little dollop for the holidays. Speaking of double crosses, Jane finally comes to in the infirmary, under the complete control of Simon, who knows what Jane did on Ariel. Simon gave him a treatment that completely immobilizes him, medically necessary because he couldn't have Jane jostling his spine while it was healing. But yes, Simon makes clear to the entirely helpless man that he knows that he sold out him and River. This is perhaps Simon's finest hour.
You're in a dangerous line of work, Jane. Odds are you'll be under my knife again, often. So I want you to understand one thing very clearly.
Let's all go to the lobby. Let's all go to the lobby.
No matter what you do, or say, or plot, no matter how you come down on us, I will never, ever harm you.
After all the times that he's locked horns with Mal and accused and ranted, for someone to then take actual action against them, only for Simon to let it go, shows the kind of man that he is. He worries over what will happen, but he doesn't dwell on what has happened. He has a healthy perspective on things, that he and River and Jane are all here together, on one ship, part of the same crew. Threats, holding a grudge. In the end, it just makes one more enemy when he has the government looking for him already. And perhaps the gesture will be enough to persuade Jane too.
Also, I can kill you with my brain.
Not sure if that's bad cop or psycho cop. For closure, Mal gets picked up and he is very satisfied with the outcome. If you're going to be naked, own it. Suspension of disbelief is a lot like a con job. It's all about making people want to believe in it more than their skepticism tells them that it's too good to be true. Are there holes in this heist plot? Sure. Do I give a crap about them? Nope. I was too busy having fun with a story that was engaging, witty, and never felt like it got too fast or too slow. And the image of Mal, naked in the desert, is what should be the image of him from now on. Because that is him. He is a liar and a thief and sometimes even an asshole, and he owns that. Not that there's nothing beneath the surface, but rather that, when he's not on the job, Mal has nothing to hide. Strolling up on a Serenity, not a stitch of clothing on, walking about like it's no big deal, is him telling the world he's delighted. He's not ashamed in the least, not humiliated in the slightest. I am what I am. You don't like what you see? That's your problem.
All hail the Overlord! All hail the Overlord!
You missed a spot.
Can't miss a place you've never been.